It takes the name from the name of the place called Hijr, which was the place of the tribe of Samud, the people of Salih alayhi salam. So in this surah we see the people of Salih alayhi salam being mentioned, and other people who were destroyed, who denied the message of Allah, denied the message of the prophets. They were destroyed. We see the stories of those people here. We see the story of Adam and Shaitan as well. In the beginning of the surah, Allah says, وَمَا أَهْلَكْنَا مِنْ قَرْيَةٍ إِلَّا وَلَهَا كِتَابٌ مَعْلُومٌ. We have not destroyed a group of people except with an appointed time. There was an appointed time for every nation that was destroyed. مَا تَسْبِقُ مِنْ أُمَّةٍ أَجَلَهَا وَمَا يَسْتَأْخِرُونَ. They cannot go forward of the appointment time, or nor they can delay it. And then we see these different nations being mentioned here. The same old argument of the kuffar, of the mushrikun are mentioned, that if you are truthful, come with an angel. Let's see angels coming down. And Allah says, we don't send angels. وَمَا نُنَزِّلُ الْمَلَائِكَةَ إِلَّا بِالْحَقِّ. We don't send angels except for just cause. وَإِذَا لَا وَمَا كَانُوا إِذًا مُنظَرِينَ. If they really came down, you wouldn't be given any respite. You wouldn't be given any time. And then Allah says, وَلَوْ فَتَحْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ بَابًا مِنَ السَّمَاءِ. If we had opened a door of the sky, a door from the sky had opened, فَظَلُّوا فِيهِ يَعْرُجُونَ. And they continued to ascend through that door. They were made to rise through that door of the sky. Even then they would say, لَقَالُوا إِنَّمَا سُكِّرَتْ أَبْصَارُنَا. They would say, indeed, it is only our eyes that have been deluded. It's an optical illusion. They will be rising to the sky. Allah will make them rise to the sky, open the sky for them, but still then they would say, it is just an optical illusion. بَلْ نَحْنُ قَوْمٌ مَسْحُورُونَ. No. Rather, we are affected by magic. It's either an optical illusion that you're doing, or it's magic. We are affected by magic. Still they won't believe. Allah mentions in a few verses, Allah mentions the signs in the nature which direct towards His oneness. And He says at one point, وَجَعَلْنَا لَكُمْ فِيهَا مَعَالِشْ وَمَنْ لَسْتُمْ لَهُ بِعَازِقِينَ. And on the earth we have placed provisions for you, and provisions for those whom you don't feed. You don't give rizq to them, we give rizq to them. We have placed provisions for them too on the earth. And then Allah says, a beautiful verse, وَإِن مِّن شَيْءٍ إِلَّا عِنْدَنَا خَزَائِنُ. There is not a single thing except that its treasures and its reserve is with us. The reserve of everything lies with Allah. وَمَا نُنَزِّلُهُ إِلَّا بِقَدَرٍ مَعْلُومٍ. But we only reveal it within known portion. Allah has the treasures of everything, but Allah reveals it, Allah sends it down in measured portions only. The just portion that is required. You and I need food, Allah has the source of all food. You and I need wealth, Allah has the treasures of all wealth. You and I need happiness. That's not included here, is it? Allah says, إِن مِّن شَيْءٍ إِلَّا عِنْدَنَا خَزَائِنُهُ. Whatever is there, anything you may think of, we have the treasures of that. We have the treasures of all the happiness. You're looking for a spouse, Allah has the treasures. You're looking for a job, Allah has the treasures. You're looking for business, Allah has the treasures. And Allah sends down only with His measured calculation. Then we see the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, where Ibrahim alayhi salam is being congratulated with a son. And then we see the story of Lut alayhi salam. The angels, after congratulating Ibrahim alayhi salam, goes to Lut alayhi salam to destroy that nation. And when these angels, they come in human form, and they are very good looking. And the people of Lut alayhi salam, you know that they were homosexuals. So when they see these good looking men, like they have never seen before, come as guests to the house of Lut alayhi salam, they started, they became very happy. وَجَاءَ أَهْلُ الْمَدِينَةِ يَسْتَبْشِرُونَ. They were giving glad tidings to each other. See, there are some very good looking men in Lut's house. Then Lut alayhi salam says, قَالَ إِنَّ هَؤُلَاءِ ضَيْفِي فَلَا تَفْضَحُونَ. Please don't embarrass me in front of my guests. He said to his people, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَلَا تُخْزُونَ. Don't humiliate me, fear Allah. And then the people of Lut alayhi salam says, قَالُوا أَوَلَمْ نَنْهَكَ عَنِ الْعَالَمِينَ. Did we not tell you not to act like the guardian of the world, not to act like the guardian of everyone? Why are you always like that? Lut alayhi salam says, هَؤُلَاءِ بَنَاتِي إِن كُنتُمْ فَاعِلِينَ. You have my daughters, meaning the believing women. If you have desires, you have believing women. And then Allah comments on this. لَعَمْرُكَ. I swear by your life. Allah comments. I swear by your life. إِنَّهُمْ لَفِي سَكْرَتِهِمْ يَعْمَهُونَ. Indeed, they are intoxicated. They are intoxicated in their delusion or in their desires. They're intoxicated. So what we take away from here is that when someone is overwhelmed by their desires and they let it and they unleash it in a distorted way, they will act like people who are intoxicated and they are out of their minds. They don't have any brains to think. And Allah mentions how He destroyed the nation. Going on to Surah Nahl. Surah Nahl is a Meccan surah. It is also named Surah Al-Ni'am. Surah Al-Ni'am means the surah of blessings. Surah Al-Nahl is honeybees. It takes the name from the mention of the honeybees. In one verse, Allah mentions that Allah has inspired to the honeybees that you make houses from mountains, وَمِنَ الْجِبَالِ بُيُوتًا وَمِنَ الشَّجَرِ, and on trees, and وَمِمَّا يَعْرِشُونَ, and you make your houses in whatever they construct, meaning in the houses of people. You make your house, Allah is inspiring, revealing to the bees that you will make houses in mountains and trees and also on the houses of people. So Allah says, Allah is instructing the bees to do that. So next time you see a honey bee at your house or in your garden, let us remember that Allah commanded them to do this. Allah commands the honeybees to do this. وَفِيهِ شِفَاءٌ لِلنَّاسِ. There is medicine for the people, cure for the people. Allah says about the honey. Allah mentions a lot of fevers here, like creating the heavens and the skies, the earth, sending rain, growing crops, livestock for food and transport. Allah says regarding animals, cattle, that you have a source of warmth in them, you have many other benefits, it takes you home, it pleases you when you bring them home. And then Allah says, وَتَحْمِلُ أَثْقَالَكُمْ إِلَى بَلَدٍ لَمْ تَكُونُوا بَالِغِيهِ إِلَّا بِشِقِّ الْأَنفُسِ. So it carries your goods from one place to another. Then Allah mentions وَالْخَيْلَ وَالْبِغَالَ وَالْحَمِيرِ لِتَرْكَبُوهَا وَزِينَةً. That Allah has created horses, mules and donkeys for your transportation. وَيَخْلُقُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. And He creates what you don't know. There are so many creations of Allah we don't even know yet. This is one explanation. Another explanation is وَيَخْلُقُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Allah will create what you don't know. Allah speaks about transportation here, and then Allah says وَيَخْلُقُ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. And as we don't have mentioned that it means Allah in the future will create modes of transportation that you don't know yet. When this verse was revealed, was there any car? Was there any aeroplane? Was there any railway? Now we are reading these verses. Perhaps in the future there will be transportation we won't know about. If someone was told about flying taxis, they wouldn't believe it 50 years ago. But we have it in Dubai right now, like that. And I will end with just two verses. Allah says at one point, after mentioning favors and favors, Allah says, وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. And if you were to count the favors of Allah, you wouldn't be able to count it. If you started counting the favors of Allah on you, you wouldn't be able to count it. There are so many favors of Allah. But if you started counting your favors, you'd be able to count it. It might be 50, but you would be able to count it. But if you started to count the favors of Allah, you wouldn't be able to count it. And you would be humble. And you would feel guilty that we are not being able to do shukr of Allah. That's why immediately after this Allah says, Inna Allah la ghafurur rahim. Allah is kind and forgiving. Allah does not expect you to do shukr of all the ni'am He has given you. Allah is happy with you doing your best to show gratefulness of some ni'am to your best you can. وَمَا بِكُم مِّن نِعْمَةٍ فَمِنَ اللَّهِ. You don't have any favor in your life except that it is from Allah. Every good thing that is happening in our lives, it is a special blessing from Allah. Let us realize it and do shukr of Allah for it. May Allah make us among the ones who are grateful to Allah. May Allah make us among the ones who take reminders and act upon them. Subhanallah wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.